Okay, this is basically just going through some of the features. I have played around with this before. Um, Initially, when I got this, I was gonna do like an unboxing thing, but that didn't kind of work out because life, you know. And yeah, it was just sort of it's been deferred twice, so I thought I might as well do it now. And then going through, I have actually played around with it, so it's not officially an unboxing, but um, one of the neat things that I have discovered, well, is obviously like the layers, and each one of these you have automatic, which is pretty cool, so you don't have to select. But just in case, say you wanted like the fourth layer, I think you should be able to have like key presses, because I mean, for me, I'm a keyboard junkie, and sometimes you just want to press keys. Uh, but for the most part, it seems that auto does work fairly well. Hi, Richard. Welcome. I mean, yeah, welcome here. How are you doing today, tonight, whatever? I do actually like the way that it sort of sets up this particular thing. Um, like they kind of gel together quite well, and so if you wanted to just, I wonder if you can access it from there. Probably not. Um, I'm gonna put that more up here, I think. And bearing in mind, I am crap at designing maps. I've never quite got to grips with mapping at all. Daddy. Um, yeah, same here. I'm not entirely sold on it. The only reason I got it was partly because somebody had co-sponsored me to get this on the condition that I do live streams on it and videos on it as well, plus the MV one. So yeah, here we are. I feel more welcome. Okay. My bloody microphone. I have this stand that doesn't want to stand on the microphone, so I might have to attach it to the desktop itself. Oh, hell. Bear with me, bear with me. Okay, let's configure this. See what is going on. Okay, how's this for mic volume? Is this better? I actually have no way of telling. Okay. Anyway, so based on this, it's kind of like a little bit. The thing about these layers is that they are dynamic, and I do like it. But personally, um, I would prefer key presses to switch between the layers, like Control 1 through 4 or something. But as I was saying, automatic generally does it really well, and that's what you want. So, oh, interesting. I didn't notice that. You have a volcano at the top of this one. Huh? Does this? No, it doesn't. Anyway, I am crap. I'm very crap at making maps, so I'm just going to basically go through this. Actual size, okay, and then Control plus and zip. How far can it go? That's tiny. Shit. And so how big? Yeah. Okay. So sound test events. Ding ding. Yeah, yeah, right. Where was it? There. I'm gonna have something like this here. Yes, you're right. It definitely needs more trees. Okay, it's pretty much the same as the previous ones. The I'm not. I don't think with this one I'm basically gonna. I'm not going to have too much in the way of game dev stuff. Just experimenting with it because I've played with this, but I haven't done it extensively. If you know what I mean, it's just going through some shit, experimenting with others and things. Hi Daniel, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? To be honest, I don't know yet if it's worth it. I'm kind of like still on the fence about MZ, despite its new features. Like apparently it has a decent enough character generator now, so you can go through it. Oh, interesting. I have not been here. Hey, I kind of like that. That reminds me a bit of sort of like Sid from Final Fantasy. That is cool. I only got this because I was sponsored. Somebody sponsored me on the condition that I would do some videos on MZ, because I started like a while ago with something, and then I just moved on to Smile Game Builder, and that's been my main focus. So now his condition is that, now that I've got MZ, I got the not the full package, not the full bundle pre-order, but the one that's can't remember. It was the second one. I think it would be better to get it in a bundle more than anything else, because I paid £115 for. No, it wasn't. It was. Yeah, it was. It was about £115 for the package, and ordinarily I wouldn't have been able to get it. Is it the wings? Oh wow. Okay. So let's give her some wings. Huh. That's cool. So apparently you can move anything around. Okay, so you are limited in what you can do. You can't like put the eyes on her ears or anything, so that's good. You can't can't have eyes on her mouth. Eyebrows. I must admit they've got quite a few different resources here, different assets, I should say. Yeah, nice. Yeah. She's happy. She's happy. So okay. That one's cool. Hmm. A bunny fairy. How's that sound? All right. So, what's this? Okay. I'm going to have a look at the database. I have no clue because I've only just sort of like played around with specifically the scripts. I wanted to convert my Q engine from MV to MZ. Priscilla Gale, Michelle Albert, Casey Elliott, Rosa. Who comes up with the names? That's what I want to know. Okay, this one's pretty much the same. Yeah. Okay, skills. Oh, I can see where all the differences come now. Skill type, magic, special, blah blah. What's here? Menu screen? Always. Interesting. So we've got all of the stuff that normally do. Skill 1 corresponds to the attack command. Okay. And random. Okay. Can I make a steel skill? Honestly, I have no idea how to make it from the events, but certainly doing the the scripting part of it, because essentially it's still the same. It's JavaScript, and I did do something like it wasn't quite a steel skill. It was more like like in Fallout 4 or Skyrim, where you can sneak up on an enemy and just basically chiv them. It was kind of like that, and then they grabbed some loot after the insta kill. But it was kind of like a bit overkill. I have no clue how to do this for here yet, because I've never actually gone into this. Okay, what? Gain TP, add remove state. Half encounters. Add buff, huh? Special effect, just one. We'll probably do it with a common event, maybe. Okay, then the weapon type, yeah. Oh, I see how they've done it. It's like dual attack, you have one enemy, and then 2 random enemies, and then a triple attack with 3. Right. I'm gonna have to study this, like really study this, because this has a lot more options than MV, it seems. Shout. I mean, I've never done this. Okay, so lower spaces when you like to display items above the recovery items. Okay, fair enough. Most of it is roughly the same. Okay, you got your basic elemental attack, elements, and all of your state resist. Yeah. Attack states, speed, attack times. So I would assume that would be the number of times you attack, or maybe. Oh, so why this can be negative? That's gonna essentially add skill type. Okay, we would probably need to create some of that. Skill type, seal, add skill again, same. Yeah, nothing's basically changed. It's just kind of there's a few. I do like the character from the brief time that I did. I do like the character creator. The fact is that you can move the the elements, the different parts up and down, left and right, and I do like that. And I also like the auto layers. but it's somebody in my Discord channel actually mentioned that it's like an updated MV DLC or something, but at full price, and I can see where they're coming from for this. It has like quite a few new features, which are quite impressive, I must admit. But essentially, from what I can see here, it is the same. Hi Mario, welcome. Is MZ really worth it if you already own MV? Didn't see anything that interesting. Yeah, that's true. It is essentially MV with a few bells and whistles. The the major thing here, and this is actually what would draw me to it, is the animations are now going. Is it FEZ or whatever it is? There's like these animations. They're more sort of particle effect type things, and I absolutely love that. I think this of all of the things would be the bigger thing that I would be attracted to of all of the new features. Because that fire effect, I mean, come on, let's face it, that is cool. Which it also it also means I have to learn something new on how to create these if I'm going to pursue it. That's not bad. So yeah, you know, it's just when you get used to one, they bring out another one. Okay, with the various tile sets, that's remained the same. Passage bush counter damage for terrain tag. Yeah. Let's skip the common events for now and right. Window color. I usually like going with a more bluish color, something sort of like very deep like that. No one is denying the effects are really good and a massive upgrade on MV, but this is just DLC in truth. I fully agree with you. I fully agree. It's I mean, I would personally, I would expect like there's you know, a vast difference. There must be some absolutely amazing under the hood features. I have delved with the JavaScript aspect of it, and compared to MV, it's it's pretty interesting because it is I think it conforms to ES6 now, and it has a lot of different things. I'm gonna have a look at that shortly. Hi Reku Murray and Simpros and anybody else I haven't said hi to. No. Yeah, it's pretty much like a journey of self-discovery to find those under the hood things, and it's basically like you know, when you're following the same formula, you have a piece of software that kind of works and it works the same, and then you sort of add to it, you tack onto it to improve it or tweak it or something. Oh, now this is something. I don't think this appeared in MV or previous ones, but the dim and transparent windows probably did, but actually having an offset for the command window, now that's nice. That's going to be very useful because it saves you actually going in and tweaking it in, you know, script as a plugin or something. And then battle screen front view or side view. Yeah. I always like the side views. How about you? Front view or side view? Uh, and obviously, like it would be standard turn-based and time progress. Yeah, it's like a typical Final Fantasy. Show player followers. Yeah, death by slip, death by floor. Display TP. EXP for reserved members. Yeah. Enable autosave. That is a new feature. That is very handy as well. And show the number of key items, whatever that is. Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah. And then various sounds for various things. Yeah, that I can see a boss collapse. Well, I agree. Side view, always the favor. And what was it for VX and VX Ace? There was this absolutely stunning plugin that would do, and it was really cool. But it was so, I wouldn't say complicated. It was simple to set up, but it was so involved to set up because it was just defaulting to front view, and then I tried it and didn't really do too much in the way of it because I didn't know how to design the graphics at the time. So system 2, all of this. Side view attack motions. Nice. So you can't add anything to this, you have to do it. Okay, magic type, and it would be special, I guess. Yeah, right. Was there from the 2K days, and as far as I know, I feel like the devs don't care anymore. The real development stopped a long time ago. Yeah, they're sticking with the formula they know, and they're just adding on to it with certain things. But the 2K3 days, they were the things. The interesting thing is, with 2K3, it started off with 95, and then, you know, we all know how Don Miguel translated it. But I had created a blogger blog, which was everything RPG Maker 95. You know, it had tutorials on it and everything, and then when certain things started developing, and then, you know, 2K was translated, and then 2K3, I started adding things to it, and it actually became popular in its own right. I even produced a game that was a sort of like a hack and slash gladiator type thing. Until back then, though, it was hosted at Zoom.com, and then Zoom sort of just collapsed, so I was forced to go on Blogger, and then from there everything that I had was transferred to Blogger, and then it sort of, you know, tried to become the RPG Maker Times for all things RPG Maker, and I sort of had a great big hiatus from that, and then came back to it for VX. Oh, okay. Game ID. That's quite useful. So you sort of, yeah, you can definitely change that. Screen width. Yeah, I like this. Because you don't have to have an annoying plugin now. This will actually default to it, so it would be, I don't know, 180 and then 720. I think that's right. That's my preferred one anyway. Frustrating thing is it left the community to add the much needed plugins to make a better program. Yes. And ultimately, you know, we all know Yanfly and we all know Mog Hunter, and they, in my opinion, are the You know, they're the plugin gurus. There's a few others like Galv. He produced some absolutely awesome ones as well. I learned a lot for when I was programming, learning how to program the plugins. I know JavaScript, but it was like just the structure. Couldn't get my hands, couldn't get my mind around how it was structured. And then when you studied their particular plugins, that's when you learn a lot of things. Okay, so fonts. What's a WOOF file? And how, good grief. Okay, so yeah, you can type in that. I would assume that goes in the fonts as well, font size. That's pretty good. Types. Oh, okay, here we go. So that's how you add them. Same, pretty much the same thing. Change the maximum and then add to it. If you right, okay, and then finally all of the terms. Pretty much the same. Weapon armor, yeah. Oh, but now, yeah, they're all kind of like on the right. That's action fair. Okay. Critical. An excellent hit. Yeah. Critical to actor. A painful blow. I never really liked the defaults with this. Always tried to change them to something like a. Okay, like this one, an excellent hit. I just stick with critical because that's the one. No, I've never seen the WOOF font as well. In fact, let's just have a look. I'm curious. I'm curious. Web open font format. Fair enough. It's like the true type font or whatever. So it's becomes more compatible, more cross compatible. Discard changes, yes. Alright, so the plugin default. For me, it's not really a tough call between MV, MZ, and SGB because, well, I am, as every because I've been there since the beginning, pre beta, or like the beta before the beta release, and I've gotten to know that one. It's funny because when you have a certain this one plugin provides command to call a common event when a picture is clicked. Execute show picture, and then call the plugins. Now that looks interesting. Anyway, because I was with it for a while, you have certain programs, certain game development engines that you just click with, and then when I was lucky enough to say, hey, would you like to be a part of the beta for SGB? And I thought, yeah, okay, not really thinking too much, and then it's sort of like that was the engine that clicked and it overrode everything else. So, there is another one that I'm really looking forward to, and that's YRPG or Yumi RPG Maker, which is when it comes out, I'm gonna jump on that one like totally. Okay, so what? Next one would be Alt menu. Okay, I'll Alt save. They don't really have a lot, but yeah. So, event searcher. It's called Yumi, or YRPG Maker, I believe. They're on Facebook. They're on Twitter, I think. I don't think it's available yet, but no doubt it will be. Search for variable event name. Okay. And a bog standard. That's interesting. Battle backgrounds. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. You have the top and then you have the bottom, so you can pretty much mix and match, which is cool. Normal characters, same layout. Enemies as well, and they have some, like in the default, they do have some really interesting ones. I like this one with the demon, and then it metamorphoses into something like, hey, you think I'm a demon? This is my true form. This is my demon. Yeah, I like this high quality pictures. Okay, and then these would be the side view. Oh, okay. Cool. So it is that DLC, huh? Particle effect, basic resources, character generation pack, and then you got the music, the Trinity resource pack, and the cover art pack. That's what actually came with my my bundle, if you like. Now you got the character generator and the playtest. So what I would be interested in now is actually looking at the events to see. Same sort of thing. Yeah. Nothing's really changed here. Except for change TP. That is a new one because of their TP system. Change state level. Gather followers. Show animation. Blah blah. I don't know. Did MV? I can't remember because I haven't done this for a while. But did MV come with a blend option? Okay, same. And the play movie. Change map name. Change parallax. Get location info. I'd heard about this, but I have no clue how this works. Oh, okay. So basically, this is another feature I think that is going to become very handy. So you see, you can actually identify which layer, which event, region, and terrain So specific things, technically, if the person is actually on in a region, or say layer 2, then something happens. But aside from that, nothing has really changed. Oh, this is what they were on about as well. They got like the plugin name, and then you can actually specify the command name in order to summon it directly from the plugin command, because you used to be able to just like say there was a complicated thing, and you had to manually type it. So now I presume you don't. Yeah, Yumi does look really cool. It's kind of like in a league of its own. Okay, so pretty much the same. I want to have a look at this scripting. All of the plugins. I usually use Atom for doing the plugin things. So, conclusion so far for all of this is MZ worth it, or worth the price, worth getting? I'm still kind of on the fence about it, to be honest, because it's got some really neat features, or newer features, but I don't know. It's pretty much samey. There's nothing significantly added, except for the layers. The character generator has been slightly improved as well, and there have been some added things in the database. Yeah, they would improve overall gameplay. Now, what I was trying to do with this was I was actually attempting to convert my social media buttons, and it's the same. You basically copy and paste it, but it's not the same, if you like, because it doesn't quite work that way. Okay, where is that? Right. Let's see if this will work in the plugins manager. Oh, okay. Gotta save as. Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste all this and do it a new one. Save as. This would be in. I haven't organized all of this. I should start organizing all of this, because it's all in one place then. Actually, wait a minute. I think this one is functional. I'm going to close this. Right, so let's open this and see. let's, while that's loading up, oh, it's loaded up. I'm going to catch up on some chat. Start university in September. I'll just build my own. That's the way to be, isn't it? If you know how to, why not? We've just to say no, to maybe they'll finally get some real work done. So software, yes, yes, absolutely. I was on board for a long time, but they really need to stop putting out overpriced DLC as a full new game engine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's, yeah, definitely. So I wonder if this will actually work. I got my plugin activated, I think, in this one. The other thing in this one, in MV, for each plugin you used to right click and then press on and off. Couldn't really do it. Now this is handy because I like the way that you can turn it on and off with a tick box, and I always maintained that that was what it was meant to be. So with play testing, now with this is one of the biggest bugbears I have, is when you refresh, you can't. It will close down the debug window and you can forcing you to reopen it. That is annoying as fuck. In MV it didn't used to do that. You could just press refresh and this would do it. I don't know yet if there's actually a way to change it. Like, I haven't really checked any of the settings, but this is a no-no for me. You can also, like, sometimes when you have this, you can right click on that, and this is my social media buttons, which is fundamentally flawed because it was basically attempted to copy and paste it, and then I was going to over tweak it, but instead I didn't want to do that. So this is the MV version, and the idea is behind this one, it'll display the social media buttons like Twitter, I think. Let me see, where is it? Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, and it has various settings as well. So I figured porting it over to MZ would be quite easy, but no, it's not, because I know exactly where the error is. But in this, it's not very helpful because, you know, if say you refresh it, it will close it down and reset to center, and I don't want that, because how, you know, at a glance, this would be line 109. Which is a bit interesting because I was just playing around, and it has a new function called Sprite Button, which apparently is a clickable button, but somehow it doesn't recognize that. Anyway, I'm going to figure that out later. I haven't delved too much into that. So I guess I'm going to fill that with trees now. So yeah, anyway, that's it. I will stick with MV personally. Um, a little while ago, I started producing, well, quite some time ago actually, I started producing MV videos, like basically before I started focusing on SGB. And one of the things I would like to do is get back to doing the MV videos, whether it's tutorials, playing games, and there are absolute boatload of games for MV. Um, there's one game by Kaz for MZ. It's called Wolf's Pack or something. That one looks really, really cool. So if I were to do MZ videos, I honestly do not think it would be tutorials or anything like that, because, you know, it's exactly the same. If there was a precedence where, say, the only thing I would do with MV is, like, I have a number of plugins for MV. Most of them aren't even released, and I have no intentions of releasing them. They're just good practice. But with MV, the only one that is released is the social media buttons plugin, which is proving quite popular in the sense that, you know, it displays these social media buttons on the title screen. And MZ does have, because it's ES6 now, it does actually have functionality for an on hover, so you can change like icon color or whatever. It does have click things as well. Specifically, you can change the types of buttons. When you depress it, it will have like a little animation. You can all do that. I've tried it and it seems to work quite well. That one would be the only one I would release for MZ. And aside from that, no, I'm going to stick with MV, because the conclusion is, as I said, it's pretty much the same with a few bells and whistles, and that's it. And some really, really nice assets, I must admit. I have been through them all, and they're really cool. And the particle effects as well. That I'm impressed with. But yeah, MV it is. And what I plan to do now is I can plan to, like, from Sunday onwards, I'm going to do regular live streams, specifically SGB, and then do some MV videos and some SGV videos regularly, and then try to get back into this routine where I can actually do it. But in the meantime, that's the conclusion. Is it worth it? No, not really. You know, stick with it. If it comes in a bundle, a humble bundle or something, then yeah, get it by all means. But on its own, I cannot endorse it, and I cannot recommend it as, what was it, $80? If you're interested, you know, you should know me by my tutorials, and for those people, for those of you like you know, Richard and Reiki, SGB it's not updated as regularly as they could. It's not really promoted as much as it could be, but SGB is definitely a worthwhile editor in a grand scheme of things, because, you know, it's 3D aspects, but it also has 2D aspects as well. You can mix and match, and there's so much you can do. I'm also working on a sort of like a Udemy style video course that where you can it'll teach how to customize models, like, you know, not models, you know, custom menus, because within itself it doesn't allow you to customize any of the actual menus here. But I have a working phone app, like it's got the phone, and you have all of the different icons on there with every function you need, including a jukebox. You can listen to music as you're sort of wandering around, and you can change the music. It works. and also there's things where inventory as well. Um, but it's kind of like there are certain things you cannot do in SGB, but with the SGB custom menu course, I don't know. I don't have an ETA for that, but it's going to go through from start to finish, creating from basic to advanced, like really advanced shit. I don't know about that, especially promotion part, but you can do really much with it if you put the time in. You absolutely can. A lot of people don't want to take the time to do that, but in the end, it's worth it because once you kind of like, once you know um, how everything works in there, it is quite a flexible and versatile system. But in the meantime, as short as this stream is, I'm going to end this. Thank you all for coming in and participating in this. Um, I'm gonna. I haven't slept yet since about 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. last night because I couldn't. But so now I am going to go sleep and probably won't wake up until before work tomorrow. And then pretty soon I have, it's in 3 weeks' time, I have 3 weeks holiday. So I'm looking forward to that, and you can expect a lot of stuff there. But in the meantime, thanks for coming, and I will see you, whoever is in Discord, and in the meantime, that's it for now. Thanks for coming in.